balanced chemical equation, which is most important topic. Now what is balanced chemical equation? The equation in which the number of atom on the reactant side is equal to the number of atom on the product side. The whole equation will be balanced. Balanced chemical equation is based on the conservation of mass. Now what is the conservation of mass? Conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. It means the total mass of the reactant is equals to the total mass of the product. Let it understand with a suitable example. Now let us make a lemon water. We know how lemon water is made. Take 500 gram of water, 40 gram of sugar, 10 gram of lemon. And tell me, what is the mass of the lemon water? Yes, it's 550 gram. How we know? We just add the mass of the reactant and the mass of the product we get. It means that the mass is conserved on both reactant and product side. This makes that this follows the law of conservation of mass. Now apply the same concept on the chemical reaction. Let's take the same example, formation of magnesium oxide. Here the mass of the magnesium is 24 gram and the mass of one oxygen atom is 16 grams, so 2 atom is 32 gram. On the right side the mass of the magnesium oxide is 40 gram. Here the mass on the reactant side when we add is 56 gram and on the other side mass of the product is 40 gram. Here 56 is not equal to 40, it means it does not follow the law of conservation of mass, so it is not balanced. Now on the basis of the law of conservation we have to balance this equation. In this reaction we have to make the number of atoms same now. Why? Because the same atom contains same atomic mass. So no need to worry about the mass. Mass will automatically balance if we balance the number of atoms on reactant side and product side. For that we have to make a table. In table we write number of atoms. Like in the reactant side the magnesium is having 1 atom and oxygen is having 2 atoms. On the product side magnesium is having 1 atom and oxygen is having 1 atom. So the oxygen atoms in both cases are not balanced. We have to balance them. There are some rules to balance the equation, but that rule we will discuss later. Here for the sake of understanding I am just balancing the equation for you. Here on the reactant side magnesium is of 1 atom, oxygen of 2 atom. On the product side magnesium is of 1 atom and oxygen is of 1 atom. It means oxygen is not balanced. So we have to balance the oxygen atom. We have to multiply magnesium oxide with 2 to make the oxygen balance. Yes, I know one question is coming in your mind that why 2 is not added to the subscript of the oxygen. This I will tell you later. Here we have to multiply 2 with whole magnesium oxide. Now on the product side magnesium atom is 2, oxygen atom is 2. Now oxygen is balanced but now magnesium is not balanced. Now coming to the reactant side, multiply 2 with magnesium. Now the magnesium will become 2. Now the whole equation balanced. Now you understand little bit about the balancing. Now I am going to explain the rules of the balancing. After that we will do number of questions on balancing. To balance the chemical equation we have to follow number of steps. We will understand these steps by taking the example. This example I have taken because number of steps is covered in this example and we will understand better. Here in this example we have iron react with water, give rise to iron oxide and hydrogen gas. Now write the symbol. Iron symbol is Fe, water symbol is H2O, iron oxide symbol is Fe3O4 and hydrogen gas symbol is H2. Now to balance this chemical equation we have to follow number of steps. The first step is write the number of atom of the reactant and product in a box as shown like this. Now start filling the box. Here on the reactant side, iron is of 1 atom, hydrogen is of 2 atom, oxygen is of 1 atom. On the product side, iron is of 3 atom, oxygen is of 4 atom and hydrogen is of 2 atoms. Our second step is now start balancing the reaction with the compound which is having maximum number of atoms either on the reactant side or on the product side. In this case, oxygen is of maximum atom, that is 4. Now start with the oxygen atom. On the reactant side, oxygen atom is 1 and on the product side, oxygen atom is 4. So we have to multiply with 4 on the reactant side. Now multiplying 4 on the reactant side, first of all we have to make the box on each the element or compound. Why? Because multiplying the things, we have to multiply only outside the box but not inside the box. Why I am explaining this box method? Because some students write the 4 on the subscript of the oxygen, which will change the formula of the chemical compound, and this is not possible in chemistry. So we have to write any number before the compound. For the sake of simplicity, we have to make the box like this. Now you understand the concept. Now start balancing. First of all, make the another box and count the new number of atoms you get after multiplying with 4. Here on the reactant side, iron is of 1 atom, oxygen is of 4 atoms, hydrogen is of 8 atoms. On the product side, iron is of 3 atoms, oxygen is of 4 atoms and hydrogen is of 2 atoms. Now oxygen are balanced. Now we have to go with, on the reactant side, hydrogen is of 8 atoms. Now first of all understand how 8 is come. See on the reaction, 4 is outside the box and hydrogen atoms are 2. So multiply 4 with 2, we get 8 atoms. And on the product side, hydrogen atom is 2. So on the product side, in order to make same, we have to make 8 hydrogen, we have to multiply with 4. As you can see, the number of oxygen atom and hydrogen atom on both reactant and product side is same. But now see the Fe. On the reactant side, Fe is of 1 atom and on the product side, Fe is of 3 atom. So we have to multiply 3 on the reactant side. So multiply the 3 outside the box of Fe atom. Now you can see the number of atoms on the reactant side and the number of atoms on the product side all are equal. So it means the mass of the reactant side and the total mass on the product side are equal. So our equation is balanced and follow the law of conservation of mass. Here I am taking the second example in which I am taking aluminium chloride react with calcium hydroxide, give rise to aluminium hydroxide and calcium chloride. Why I am taking this example? Because in this example I want to tell you what happened when two elements are in the same bracket, how to solve that equation. To balance this chemical equation, our first step is to make the formula from this equation. First of all, make aluminium chloride. We have done the crisscross method. Now do that. Write the symbol of aluminium, that is Al. Write the symbol of chlorine, that is Cl. And write the valency below the aluminium. Aluminium valency is 3 and chlorine valency is 1. Now crisscross the valencies. We get aluminium chloride as AlCl3. On the other side, we have calcium hydroxide. We know the symbol of calcium is Ca and the symbol of hydroxide is OH. Now write the valency below the symbols. Calcium valency is 2, hydroxide valency is 1. Now crisscross the valency. Here note the one thing that while crisscrossing the valency, 2 is going both O and H. So we have to apply the bracket because this 2 is going to the subscript of O and H, that is 2 elements. For 2 elements we have to make the bracket. Now by the same way, you can make the formula of aluminium hydroxide and calcium chloride. Here our equation is ready. Now make the box below this equation in which we write the number of atoms on the reactant side and number of atom on the product side. Now count the number of atom on the reactant side first. Okay. Here aluminium is of 1 atom, chlorine is of 3 atoms. On the other side calcium hydroxide, calcium is of 1 atom, and now here be careful, oxygen and hydrogen are different atoms, so no need to write OH. Okay, we have to write O and H separately. O is of 2 atom because subscript is 2, and H is of 2 atom, the same subscript we use, that is 2. Now coming to the product side, here number of atoms of aluminium is 1, number of oxygen atom is 3 because the whole subscript OH is 3. Number of hydrogen atom is same 3 because subscript is 3. Number of calcium atom is 1 and number of chlorine atom is 2. Now start the balancing with maximum number of atoms. Here on the reactant side chlorine is of 3 atoms. On the product side oxygen and hydrogen is of 3 atoms. So which thing we will choose? We can choose anything, but for the simplicity I am taking chlorine as my starting point to balance the equation. Now your main work is to first of all make the box on each compound so that by mistake you can't write any number inside the box. I already tell you that you have to write the number in order to balance the equation outside the box but not inside the box. Now to balance the chlorine atom, here on the reactant side chlorine atom is 3 and on the product side chlorine atom is 2. So we can't make them equal by simply multiply with a number. So first of all take the LCM of these number and make them number equal to LCM. How? 3 and 2 LCM is 6. In order to make the 6 on the left hand side we have to multiply with 2, and in order to make the 6 on the right hand side we have to multiply with 3. Now in order to make 6 we have to multiply 2 with aluminium chloride and 3 with calcium chloride. Now the number of atoms on reactant side and product side get changed. Now we have to make another table and fill this table with new number of atoms. Now count the number of atoms. Here on the reactant side aluminium is of 2 atom, chlorine is of 6 atom, calcium is of 1 atom, hydrogen is of 2 atom, oxygen is of 2 atom. On the product side aluminium is of 1 atom, chlorine is of 6 atom, calcium is of 3 atoms, hydrogen is of 3 atoms and oxygen is of 3 atoms. Now take the element with maximum number of atoms. Here you see chlorine is 6 atom but chlorine is balanced, so no need to take chlorine. Now the another number is calcium, hydrogen and oxygen which is of 3 atom and on the product side. For simplicity I am start with calcium. Now balance the calcium. On the product side calcium is 3 and on the reactant side calcium is 1. So we have to multiply 3 on the reactant side. In order to make the calcium 3 we have to multiply 3 with the box which is having calcium hydroxide and again make a new table with new number of atoms in it. Here is a table in which on the reactant side aluminium is having 2 atom, chlorine is having 6 atom, calcium is having 3 atom, hydrogen is having 6 atom, oxygen is having 6 atom. On the product side aluminium is having 1 atom, chlorine is having 6 atom, calcium is having 3 atoms, hydrogen is having 3 atoms and oxygen is having 3 atoms. Now see how the number of hydrogen and oxygen on the reactant side get 6. Let's see, on the reactant side hydrogen and oxygen having a subscript 2 and outside the box there is 3. So we have to multiply the subscript and a number. Then we get 6. Now the total number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen is 6. Now from the table, note the maximum number of atoms which is unbalanced. On the product side, oxygen and hydrogen is having 3 atoms which is unbalanced. So in order to make a 6, we have to multiply with 2. How we make multiply with 2? We have to multiply 2 on the product side of a box which is having aluminium hydroxide. Now start making the new table. In new table, reactant side is same, and on the product side, aluminium get 2 atoms, oxygen and hydrogen get 6 atoms. Now you can see our whole equation is balanced because the number of reactant side atoms and number of product side atom get same. The summed up steps of the balanced chemical equation are written here. You can pause the video and write these steps.